Hello, everyone. I am standing outside the Soldiers War Museum. This has been the home of the St. Louis Pride Fest for several years. Um, I'm wearing a different outfit today. I painted my nail and I put some blue streaks in my hair. Don't know if you can see them very well or not. Hopefully, you can see and hear okay. Now, I got to switch glasses so I can see. Your outfits, you look incredible. Oh, thank you so much. I did a lot of push-ups and crunches, and I was running every day, and it was just I don't know when it's the older you get, the more difficult it is to keep off extra inches, extra fat. So I'll oh, hello, Karen. Yeah, I started the video and nobody was coming on. It was like 6 minutes, and I still had showed zero. Um, so I was like, something has got to be wrong because I always have people right at the beginning, and it just I don't know, it wasn't making sense to me. So I ended it and started a new one. Hey, Karen. Oh, Henrik, I'm sorry I can't watch your show very long today. I have a friend coming over in a few minutes. That's fine, Henrik. I appreciate you coming on when you did. KL Rock. I was the chick that was on with you and Wendy that one day. Oh yes, yes. I love both your streams. I so wish I could go to the Chicago Pride Fest. It's been nearly 20 years now. It always was a blast. All the best to you in St. Louis. Thank you very much, KL. I was actually I was thinking about going to Chicago. I believe their parade is tomorrow. Their Pride Fest was last weekend, and their Pride Parade is tomorrow. Hello, Peter. Hello, Christy. Thanks for joining. So I went to what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Stay safe out there, dude. Oh, thank you, Peter. I will try to stay safe. Um, so what was I saying? Oh, last week I don't know. I don't even know where I was. Oh, Chicago. That's what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. It is so I get distracted so easily. I was gonna go to Chicago last weekend and then their parade is tomorrow, but um it was too expensive. I would have had to I was looking at taking the train and going that far, I'd probably have to stay the night. And so an Airbnb, the train ticket back and forth, it was just too much for me financially. So I decided to scrap that one, and I went to Topeka Pride Fest, Topeka Pride Palooza last weekend instead of Chicago. So I was saying how awesome you were, Peter. I don't think that was it. I don't remember those words exactly. I mean, you can interpret things different ways, I suppose. But no, I don't think so. So I decided to come to St. Louis this week. I started in Kansas City, Next weekend was Ozarks Pride Fest in Springfield, Missouri. Last weekend was Topeka Pride Palooza in Topeka, Kansas. And I visited the Equality House and the infamous Westboro Baptist Church. What a lovely group of human beings. Now, I didn't see them, so they're just they're very hateful, protest a lot of things. They didn't protest there. Brandon Elridge, no, yes, you were. Oh, how awesome you are. Well, I mean, you're okay. I mean, I am recommending your blog, Peter William Murphy, Exile Files. If you all want to check out a fairly decent writer, you can go see Peter William Murphy. Um, Henrik Hayland, Hayland, Hayland. I don't pronounce it right. He was in here a minute ago. He is a very good poet and speaker. I always like to listen to his audio his oral presentations of his work. You almost said it right. Well, okay, I'll take almost isn't bad, right? Hyland. Well, I tried, and that's worth something, isn't it? So I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's uh, oh yeah, backwards mirror. The Soldiers Museum. So in the streets surrounding the Soldiers Museum is where the Pride Fest takes place. Are there many people there? Uh, yes, I am a bad judge when it comes to numbers. That's looking down one street. There are vendors around, and down the other way, there are lots of vendors down that way. And if I move a little more this way, you can see the landmark, the Gateway Arch, straight down that street. I went up, even though I've been in Missouri a long time. What's the time over here? It is 1:20 p.m. So there's the arch and some of the vendors. Um, I like your hair. Oh, thank you. So there's the arch. I went up into the arch last year. It was the first time doing that, even though I've been to St. Louis many times before. I I'm not so fond of heights. So going up and kind of looking down out that window, it's a little disconcerting, I guess you could say. So this year it is not as hot as it has been in prior years. Hello, Lisa. Love the architecture. Oh yes, yes, yes. It's got some pretty buildings. I'll show you a little more of that if you want. And this is the war Soldiers Museum. All right. I went in there last year. Um, it was I have relatives who my grandpa was in the Korean War, so I went and looked at their display. Thank you, thank you. Getting compliments, that's always nice. I try not to dismiss compliments as much anymore. I always used to. I had a hard time receiving compliments, so I something said I look nice or whatever. It would usually be like, oh, I don't I don't think I look good, or oh, today's just a good day, or it's the lighting, or whatever. But I have gotten better about just taking a compliment, saying thank you, and at least trusting that they believe whatever they're saying. Hello, Charles. So here's let's see. There's another street of vendors down that way. There's a museum again. I came back. I came from that side over there,
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that cookie power.
and of course there's alcohols. And I have a bracelet, just in case I decide I might want a little drinky. You may not believe it, but I am over 21.
I'll be right back. I'm not gonna be off.
Hello, Lisa. So right now I'm walking toward the main stage to see what's going on there. Can you see that I dyed my hair? Put some blue streaks in it. Lisa, I'm so glad you're bringing me along. Well, thank you for joining. So it looks like there's a little concert going on.
One more time, y'all, I gotta tell you, if you like what you're seeing, we would really, really love for you to come join us at our recruitment party on August 5th and for all of our open rehearsals every Tuesday night in August after that. We are the St. Louis Women's Chorus, but we are inclusive of all genders as long as you can sing within the treble range as a soprano or an alto. So if that's something for you, if you want to sing some stuff, if you want to dance, if you want to party, if you want a gay community that loves you, come join us.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear this or not. Hello, John Way. John S. Way. So this is the, in case you didn't hear it, this is the St. Louis Women Chorus. So I don't know if you can hear them through my earpieces or not. The bad thing with this outfit is there's not anywhere to put anything. Definitely no pockets. Well, they must be giving away something good at the Coca-Cola tent. There's a long line of people probably waiting to get free Coca-Cola. I think they did that last year.
Oh, sports roots. Okay, yeah.
It's a secret for most likely women. Yeah, that's. I mean, they do make secret for men, I think, but or maybe that's Doug. I'm the one that does it.
Thank you guys. All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I love it.
I have that. So they were giving away one free product per person. So I have a dishwasher at home. So this works for me. The only bad thing is when you start accumulating things, you've got to have somewhere to put it. And my little backpack is pretty full right now. Oh, sorry. Oh, here we go. There's Purina. I I went to the Purina tent last year. It was almost it's right before I was going to leave, and they still had a bunch of cat treats, cat food, and they just gave me like a bunch of packets. So that was really nice. And there's the Panera Bread tent. They are usually quite busy. There's a long line. Last year they were giving out pastries and cookies. So that was really nice.
I mean,
Well, I might just stand in line and try to get some free cat food if they have cat stuff. Usually they have people have a lot of dog stuff. But us cat owners just get put to the side. I think cats are a lot better than dogs. I hope that's not too controversial for you. I love cats more than dogs. Sorry.
you was on up with the other body. Like that. Yeah, then. There you go. There you go. Here we go. Oh, I'm going to think it's going to be like that. There you go. Okay. Much more dog. Boom, but I'll go get one. Bye. All right. See you later. Do you have a dog?
No, cat.
Cat? I'll have a basic piece.
Oh,
There
thank
you go.
you.
That's his pride.
Right, what was that? What 5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Well, there we go. Zach and Zoe are going to get some fancy piece gems when I get back. Well, they should be happy because they're not happy that I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. Hello, Abby. Well, now I'm going to have to find a bag to put this stuff in. I know if I started accumulating stuff that I was going to have to find some place to put it. There are usually some of these vendors who will give out oh, well, not yet.
Okay, come back.
So they're giving out free cool towels for people. This is really nice. I didn't see that last year, but I'll get it later. I don't want to get my phone all wet and everything. I'm not sure where I put it. Let's get draped over my shoulders. There's not much to get wet as far as my clothing goes. Okay, now I'm gonna go try to win a bag. Hello. Huh? I want to try to get a bag. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have something else then. Pillbox. Hello. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, there's my bag. Zigna is one of the sponsors this year for St. Louis Pride Fest. Okay, sorry about that. It's really hard to do a bunch of things at once while you're trying to do a video. Lisa says, my cats like the gems. Karina shipped them to me for signing up on their website. Yeah, Karina sometimes will offer pretty good deals. I feed mine Karina one usually at home, the dry food. And it's a good idea to feed your cats wet food to give them a little more hydration, especially if you have a male cat, a young male cat. They will, if they're neutered, especially, they have a chance of developing included feline lower urinary tract disease, and water can help flush out their system. So getting a pet fountain helps with that, and feeding them canned food helps add to their hydration as well. In case you didn't know that, I'm sure you all wanted a lesson in pet care today. Oh well. So, is there anything anybody would like to see in particular? Anything you would like me to discuss while we're walking around St. Louis Pride Fest? I think somewhere I heard a guy with a megaphone outside the gates, which very likely means that he's either protesting or the, I think it was last year and the year before, um, at St. Louis Pride Fest, there was a guy on the corner outside the Pride Fest gates. He had a megaphone and was basically just reciting Bible verses. He wasn't, as far as I remember, he wasn't exactly hateful like the people at the Westboro Baptist Church, but obviously he was opposed to us gathering here. Hello, Linda. Oh, I left something out. Let's see. Mine get fancy feast plus dry food. Yes, that's what mine do. Two males and a female. I've got one male, one female. They didn't get along at first, but they they got used to each other. Zoe tolerates Zach. Hey, Linda. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to where I hear this megaphone. I'll see if I can determine what he's saying. I appreciate you all being on here today. Let's see. Lisa says, that is good to hear. The girl is new and seems almost feral, likes me and no one else. She hisses and growls at everyone. Shape and size. That seems to happen with a lot of cats. They tend to uh, prefer one person in the family over the rest. My cats, well, I don't get a lot of visitors and things out where I am, so they're not really um, used to strangers. Zoe is a little more adaptable, and she she will tolerate people. Okay, here we are. Let's see if I can. Um, so basically, he's preaching, and the signs say, "How can you escape the damnation of hell? You'll never know true peace without a full surrender to Jesus Christ. Christ Jesus came to save sinners. The wrath of God comes comes on the disobedient. Hate crime to let sinners go to hell without a warning." And finally, let's see. Oh, there's somebody in the way. Oh, we have repent in big letters. Turn from your sin. And it says Jesus. Not sure if that's a direct quote or not. So there are there aren't very many protesters there. Looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. Looks like there are about 7 people with signs, and then their leader or preacher or whoever giving his roadside sermon, I guess. So anyway, that's always fun. Well, this is good. Oh, let's see. Lisa says, okay. What does he call sin? Well, I heard him mention homosexuality, so there's that. Yeah, the follow. I'm guessing that's probably the one he's focused on. He's probably not just a bunch of loud assholes. Yes, Linda. Yeah, he likes that megaphone. There are a couple people in rainbow garb out there dancing right in front of him. So that's kind of funny. I'm guessing he's not focused on any other what he considers sins like adultery, worship idols, lying, murder, that kind of thing. I guess we don't really need to focus on those. We got to focus on how who people love. I suppose. I guess that's the main focus of his message. Lisa, gee, maybe he should look at God's definition of justice on the treatment of immigrants. Yeah, the treatment of people in general seems like a lot of judgment and condemnation that I've seen comes from those who either claim to be Christian or maybe just the fact that they go to church. I think they're better. I'm doing a selfie. Sorry. Now, whenever I have my wow, really blue skies. Yes, Karen, it is very nice out. There is a chance of rain, but I'm kind of guessing that it's probably not going to. Doesn't doesn't really look like it will. I think it was like a less than a 50% chance. So not too worried about it. Well, when I was at the Kansas City Pride Fest, it's actually during the parade, before the Pride Fest, during the parade, it started to pour down. It was, yeah, it was quite wet, and that made the grounds at Pride Fest all wet and muddy, tromping through the park areas, grass and everything. It was a mess. I'm downtown. Yeah, I am. I don't know if you were on here earlier when I showed a view down the street, but you can see the arch down at the end of the street. So I believe that's Market Street maybe. Oh, Karen, your Wi-Fi has been cutting in and out. Okay, well, I don't know if you can see or hear, but I'm looking down the street, straight down toward the arch. They've got a pretty cool museum in the base of it, underneath the arch, and then you can pay to ride I don't know what you would call it, a kind of an elevator-ish, because obviously this is the shape of the arch. The elevator goes up in an arc, goes up kind of diagonally. It kind of goes up, and I don't know. It's hard to explain unless you're actually in it. But if you're claustrophobic, I wouldn't recommend it. You are in a very small elevator, and it only fits four or five people, I think, sitting down. Yeah, Karen, a little scary. It's and also if you're afraid of heights, you might feel a little dizzy when you get to the top and look down at those out of those angled windows, kind of leaning forward on those windows. It's I don't like that feeling. I mean, I'm sure they're not gonna bust out and send me falling to my death, but um, it still kind of gives you that feeling, doesn't it? Yep, you described it well. Oh, well, thanks, Karen. I used to work in City Hall. Oh, okay. I don't. I think that's not too far from the arch, isn't it? I believe we're right across the street from Union Station, or maybe that's the library. I get a little confused. Union Station is somewhere along this street, up, just up the street from the Soldiers War Museum. I've been here quite a few times. I'm not like real familiar with the city and getting around, but actually it's not that bad for as big of a city as it is. I seem to have more trouble navigating in Kansas City. The roads and everything just seem more confusing. But I basically rely on my Google Maps. I just put in the address and go where it tells me. Unless, it's leading me down into a lake or something. Like if you've ever seen The Office, Steve Carell's character, Michael Scott, is following his voice assistant, and he was following it exactly, and it took him into a pond or a little lake or something. I'm not that bad. I try to use my better judgment. Sometimes Gemini doesn't know that there's construction or roads blocked. Good thing is it reroutes. Hilarious. Love The Office. Yes. That was a pretty funny one too. Hmm. Oh, it looks like they have a dunk tank. Not for myself, but maybe I'll try the dunk tank. Okay. Here you go. Do you want to hold my phone? You want to hold my phone? There you go. It's already on video parts. Where do I back there? One more. Oh, hey. Oh, it's right there. Oh, Elvin. Oh. Thank you. All right. So I've never said I was good at throwing balls. Throwing balls. Is it hot? No, that's actually it's not bad at all. Last year was very, very hot. The year before that was even worse. This year, no. I think it's in like um, lower 90s, maybe. Yeah, good try. Well, last year, so they had the same tank last year, and it was for I don't know they were advertising the men's choir or something like, or no, the softball team. Well, obviously it was softball. So I went over and I was like, they were said, "Hey, come on, throw it." I was like, no, I'm no good at that." So I took one ball on the first try, hit a bullseye, knocked the guy in. So They're like, "Oh yeah, come on, join our team." That was a fluke. I can assure you. I'm not a baseball player. I'm no good at throwing. I guess you could say I'm better at catching, though. Catching.
I love your outfit.
So,
I love your outfit. Play.
lots of people. Lots of vendors down that street. And lots of vendors down that street. And they go off to the side over here. Vendors over there. Me neither. Yeah, I've never really liked baseball either. I think it's kind of boring to watch. It just takes so long for anything to happen. It's kind of like um, soccer or football. It takes so long for them to score a goal. I just got kind of get bored with it. Soccer players are pretty hot, though. St. Louis is a huge baseball town. Yes, the Cardinals. I did go. I did come and see a Cardinals game once. Um, if you are a baseball fan, I'm sure you'll know the name Mark McGuire. He was a St. Louis Cardinal. He had a lot of records. I don't know if they've been broken since he left, but he held. I think he held some records. He was considered a um, pretty significant name in the baseball realm. I don't. I he's funny about some things. I'm doing a live video for my Substack.
Okay.
But do you want to talk about your business or anything?
Sure. Yeah. So here we are drawing caricatures. It's our fourth year here. And, it's a great time. So come on out to St. Louis State Pride and go get caricature drawn.
All right. Can I take that picture of your drawings?
That's great. Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have fun.
You too.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, it's better this year than it was last couple of years. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks. So I happen to know that caricature artist. Name is Javier. He's mainly in the Kansas City area, but he goes to different festivals and events. He was at the KC Pridefest. I didn't talk to him there, but um, he travels all to different states and different things doing caricatures. He did one of mine. Um, I think I posted a picture of it before. I could do it again though. Yes, Karen says my dad was a huge fan. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, what else? I was talking about the Cardinals. I went to a Cardinals game back when Mark McGuire was playing, and we saw him. I think at that game. He hit one of his record-breaking home runs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what record it is or anything. I don't keep up with baseball stats and records and everything. So, but anyway, I think that might have been my first time in St. Louis. I went with a friend of mine, and I never have been very into baseball, but I believe he invited. Oh, got out there for a second for me. Um, and he
I
oh yeah. Oh, my internet. Well, I was gonna walk down a different street, but started to my internet connection. So, walk back. World Series. Uh, oh, it blanked out. I don't know what happened there. Um, okay, sorry, I gotta plug in I brought an external charger because video, if you're not aware, video drains your phone battery, pretty quickly. Let's see here. Do I have any questions or comments I need to address? Oh, remember to click the heart button. I've heard that affects the algorithm and how much your video is put out there or kind of advertised. Kind of putting it in people's feeds. I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of cool to see little hearts floating up anyway. So even if it doesn't affect the algorithm, I like seeing the little floaty hearts. So I've been on here. Well, I started late because when I tried the first time, it was I don't know. Something weird was going on. Nobody was showing up, and then when I went live for the second time, people came in almost immediately. So that kind of, for me, confirms my suspicions that the first time when I tried it, something bad was going on. Um, I didn't have as many people join this time, but maybe more people watch the replay. So I want to take this opportunity to tell you that my publication is Brandon Elrich is So Gay, in case you're not aware of it. And please go to my Substack and subscribe. I would really appreciate if any of you, if you have the means to become a paid subscriber from now until June 30th, which is only a couple days, you can do it for $40 for an entire year. If you could do that, that would really help me out, especially I have to pay for travel and gas and food and everything while I'm here. And I this time I stayed in an Airbnb because going 3.5 to 4 hours in the car and trying to go back in the same day is just kind of tiring, especially then when I'm walking around out here in the sun all day. So, how long will I be out here? I haven't decided how long I'm going to stay today. After the live broadcast, I am going to walk around a little bit because when I'm doing the video, it's hard to look at all the vendors and stuff. It's a little hard to do both at once. Trying to pay attention to myself on the video and people coming in and trying to figure out what to film and talk about. There's a lot, when you're doing a live, no matter where you're doing it from, there's a lot going on. But when you're at a place like this, it becomes even more difficult trying to navigate, not running into anybody and talking to people as they're trying to talk to you as you're walking by. You know, just, yeah, lives are busy. Yeah, look at vendors and have a good time. Yes, thank you, Karen. I'm going to have to get a drink soon because I took a couple of chocolates last night, and that really gives you dry mouth. And I think it's sort of carrying it over into today. Do not enter. Do not enter. I forgot to look at. I forgot to look at who's performing tonight, but I'm sure it's somebody wonderful and everything. All right. Well, I think I'm going to get off here soon because it is 2:09, and I think I started this about, at least the second time. I think I started about 10 after 1. So I appreciate you staying with me, and I will post this. I usually post it on the Monday following Pridefest. So this has been Brandon Elrich with Brandon Elrich is so gay. And if you didn't realize it, I think you can tell from the outfit that I'm wearing that I am indeed so gay. It's kind of getting this net material, even though it's net, lets a lot of wind through, but it does get a little hot. You hear me? All right. I will let you go now. Thanks everybody for joining me. Come by my publication and say hi. Subscribe, like, all that. Thanks. Oh, look. Oh, okay. Bye.